You should know I got you. And you don't need to got me too. Where that you go to running to you. I've been running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to running to you. I've been running to you, running to you. Anywhere that you go to. Thank you. I want you to love me, baby. Love me, I want you to love me, baby. Love me, baby. Love me, Kilo de, why you know they call me, baby? Kilo de, baby. Kilo de, I give you singing on, I give you singing on, I give you real light and tire. I go shoot my shot to your toro. So toro, baby, take my number, take my number. You know you can call me later. Call me, I want to be your lover, be your lover. So baby, call me later, later. Shoot you I just shoot my shot to your toro. So Toro, baby, take my number, take my number. You know you can call me later. Call me. Me, I want to be your lover. Be your lover. So baby, call me later. Call me later. Sana sisi kama kukupenda ni makosa zilikuwa sawa duniani, bali nakupenda sio siri, wengi wake yaona kwa macho, machozi yatoka kila siku, sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme, wengi wake yaona kwa macho, machozi yatoka kila siku, sitochoka mimi kukupenda, watakaosema na waseme. Wamezewe mbele, ni bebe na mimi kuonyesha penzi na kukupa ili usiende. Ni bebe na mimi kuonyesha penzi na kukupa ili usiende. Ni bebe na mimi kuonyesha penzi na kukupa ili usiende. Kukupa ili usiende. Ibebe na mimi kuonyesha penzi na kukupa ili usiende.
Yo. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great time. You're listening to the Good Life Bands. If you have any request, you can bring it and we'll sing with you or sing for you. And if you feel like you want to sing with the band, karibu sana on stage. The dance floor is open. Yeah. So you wanna sing? Oh, okay. So we have a guest singer with us here. Kasuje is gonna do a number with us. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Nimeona Insta, nataka tende nawe tukapige picha na tuzipost na zitrend hadi kule Twitter. Mpenzi Buddha, you know that I really like you. Mpenzi kuna bash, nimeona Insta, nataka tende nawe tukapige picha na tuzipost na zitrend hadi kule Twitter. Mpenzi Buddha, you know that I really like you. But baby, it's only you, my one in a million, I'm in love with you. I promise to won't let go. We were meant for each other. Our love is true. Mpenzi, 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 nakuwaza wewe. Mpenzi, 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 nakuwaza wewe. I don't care what they're gonna say, I don't care what they're gonna do, cause baby I love you every night and day, cause my love is so true. I don't care what they're gonna say, I don't care what they're gonna do, cause baby I love you every night and day, cause my love is so true. But baby it's only you, my one in a million, I'm in love with you. I promise to won't let go. We were meant for each other, our love is true. Cause baby it's only you, my one in a million, I'm in love with you. I promise to won't let go. We were meant for each other, our love is true. Baby, 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 I miss you like daily. Baby, 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 I miss you like crazy. Wapambe na waponge, watazidi kutukerana. Wapambe na wakabonge, usiku watalalana. Madui na wachane, watazidi kutukerana. Wapambe na cause baby it's only you, my love in a million, I'm in love with you. I promise to won't let go. We were meant for each other, our cause baby it's only you, my one in a million, I'm in love with you. I promise to won't let go. We were meant for each other, our love is true. Baby, baby, mpenzi, 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 nakuwaza wewe. Mpenzi, 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 I miss you.
applause to them, ladies and gentlemen. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful.
Baby Joe, tutoke familia, baby boo, kila time nakufikiria, 'cause girl I love you, I love you, girl I need you, sababu waniteke, kichwani waniteke, tekenya, sababu waniteke, tekenya, mimi waniteke, tekenya. Urembo wako penzi kando sepetu, urembo wako daily kanipepetu, urembo wako penzi kanisepetu, urembo wako penzi kanipepetu. Wasikuweka hodari, wanimaanisha fika toto hodari, twende tukule choma chips kachumbari, wapambe nao wakabonge walale. Wasikuweka hodari, wanimaanisha fika toto hodari, twende tukule choma chips kachumbari, wapambe nao wakabonge walale. 'Cause I love you, girl I need you, sababu waniteke, tekenya, kichwani waniteke, tekenya, moyoni waniteke, kichwani waniteke, tekenya. Wasikuweka obare, wanimaliza fika toto hodare, twende tukule chama chips kachumbari. Wasikuweka obare, wanimaliza fika toto hodare, twende tukule chama chips kachumbari, wapambe nao wakabonge walale. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for them. Thank you so much. So we'll let the band go and have lunch too now, as we shall continue with our afternoon session. So welcome back to our viewers on Facebook, to our viewers on the Zoom link. It's been and continues to be an extremely wonderful day here. The weather is great. For those of you from around the world who are in Europe, we are at about And as it's coming up, if anybody lost a power bank, come and tell me what it is called and I shall give it back to you. If anybody lost a power bank, tell me the name of the power bank and I shall give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. My name is Ajekulo Meshak, the Business Development Manager for Giant Millers. On behalf of my MD, I know she's online watching. She couldn't make it to come, but I've come with a team that is within us. Giant Millers, we manufacture a premium brand of flour known as Kana, and is a pre-COVID product. That means it was born immediately before COVID came in. February, before COVID came in. But we thank God for the grace that we've been able to distribute this product across all the major supermarkets across the country. And also, we are also in Germany. We have friends of ours in Germany who use this flour. And the reason why we are here is to network, because in terms of sourcing, we need to be in this network of the farmers so that we can move together. There's a problem in the country about the shortage of maize, which the network, the app for the farmers, will help us to solve that problem. We don't just take any flour, any maize flour. The quality is very high. Comparing what KEPS requires, we go for the highest standards in terms of aflatoxin and the moisture content. For any specifications, after the presentation, you can come and we share together. I believe where we are today, some of us have taken a piece of our flour. It's very white, is what has been served here. And more praise goes to Noah, because he's our contact person to this auspicious partner development program. And we felt we needed to come over and share this premium brand. So basically, that is how who we are. And I have my team. Just they can say, just wave wherever you are. My team are here. Here is the representative for the counties. And the lady there, she's our regional sales manager. And that's why we are here together. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Mike, thank you for this time. I have only very few, those who can taste of it, very few bells. We can see us there so that you can understand. Then lastly, we also have a sister company that we've come with. I'm still the BDM for that company. Where you are seated, maybe you've tasted some water. It's written Kirinyaga. This is my sister company, that Kirinyaga. We are the ones running it. And we are happy that we are part of this noble program, and to ensure that the network that we are building is to ensure we have constant supply so that we can have additional value chain in our production. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you very much, Meshach. A round of applause for both Kirinyaga and Kana. So, Noah, I hope you're ready as we're about to go to you. Please get your team ready, Noah, wherever you are. I hope you can hear me. Thank you. So there is the Onion Doctor, a very interesting title. Very interesting. Lucy Wangari. We are all curious as to why you're called the Onion Doctor. Please come upstairs and let us know. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Have you had lunch? Anybody who is fasting? Any vegetarian in the house? Okay, everyone is a meat eater, all right. That means I'm in the right space because all of you are my clients. I'm in the onion value chain, and my company is called Onion Doctor, and we are in one chain, just the onion value chain, all the way from seeds to recently we have onion powder. So we work with farmers from seedlings, agronomic support and extension, on-farm training in our farm. And now we have onion powder that we are going to be putting out in the market along other value addition products. The name Onion Doctor came about, okay, background, I'm a trained farmer, degree from JQuat, postgraduate from Israel, all in agriculture. So when I hear guys talk about soils and all that, it gives me goosebumps, reminds me of how far we've come in terms of school in agriculture. But I got into the field of practicing. So I'm a farmer and I work with farmers. The reason as to why we do onions in 001, I have a long way to go. I want 10%. That means I want a shilling from every one of you each and every day until the day I die. That's my dream with Onion Doctor. And I'm glad to be here because we have a farmers network of about 170 farmers now in Kajiado and Machakos. and many more who are going to join the space of agribusiness. So our language is wealth creation with onion farming as a business model. We do aggregation, market, value addition, anything onion, just anything onion is found at Onion Doctor. We don't know anything else. We breathe and live onions. Yeah.
You know you're going nowhere. I've not finished with you. So first and foremost, for our people watching on Zoom, our people watching on Facebook, and the people in the room, how do we find you?
Onion Doctor is a very catchy name. So just Google Onion Doctor. We are on Twitter, Onion Doctor, Facebook, Onion Doctor, Instagram, Onion Doctor, LinkedIn, Onion Doctor, website www.oniondoctor.co.ke. And the phone number 0706 252490. Yeah. 0706 252490. If you're on Twitter, DM. Twitter is the easiest to respond. So if you can just find it on Twitter, just DM immediately. That one you get a response very fast. Yeah.
Hold on. So onions, what properties do onions have in terms of nutritional value?
The first one I'll say it's sulfur. Sulfur because it makes everyone cry. The sulfur element of onions. It also helps in anti-flower. When you have, yes, that word, I'm a farmer, I'm not an English person, so that word. Among many other things, the best thing about onion is that it's among the few that have very small content of fats and the likes. So it's a very healthy vegetable, a spice, and with the current prices, we farmers are enjoying, but my friends are Googling, how do I cook without onions and have good food? So that's where we are right now.
So let me tell you, actually my favorite soup is clear onion soup. Yes, I really love that. Yes.
Can you make it for me? I would like to try.
Okay, there you go. That's a challenge right there back to me. So I'll have to make onion soup for her and look for her, and she'll have to come and taste it and give it an okay or a thumbs down. Okay? So that's a challenge out to me. Thank you very much, and keep doing what you're doing. Great. So Noah, you've disappeared again. Okay. Noah? Thank you. So first of all, to everybody who's here, our government representatives will be addressing us later on. We're waiting for one more person just to come in, who's actually our chief guest, to do the actual launch of the app. As soon as she's here, all the government representatives in the room will have a chance to address us here in the presence of our chief guest and in the presence of the launch being done. In the meantime, we're going to have one focus group right now, led by Noah, and he will guide and he will call upon who his panelists are up here. I'll probably ask for one more mic on the stage. And Noah, you can help me.
Farmer Wangari on fire. Lucy, Abigail. Yes. What they do, basically what they do. And as you can see, they are ladies and they're doing amazing work. So it is basically what they do in terms of their activities, but most importantly, how do they support the term smallholder farmer is. So they will help me understand this better. So we have Abigail, you've heard about her. We have Lucy, and we have Wangare. Wangare, what is your first name?
They were both Wangare.
Yes, what is your first name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. So we will go into some sets of questions, but just as a way of introduction, we can start with Evelyn Wangare. We call her Farmer on Fire. She will tell us briefly about what she does, why did she start doing, and then just answer the question directly, how you support farmers, especially digitally. Yes.
So thank you so much, Nawat. It's someone who has to make the difference. It means that we can't just assume that women will get into positions where they're in a better place. Someone has to stand in the gap, and so I appreciate that. So as I was explaining earlier, so I started the journey of farming when I realized I'm in Kajiado. This is known as the place where people don't farm. Yet the market is there. So I saw this opportunity for me to make a little bit of money and have food for my family. And I started farming mama mbogas, a lot of tomatoes, greenhouse tomatoes and the likes. And then I realized farmers were struggling with market access. And so that's how I came into the gap by taking a big chunk of the online space to try and educate farmers on how they can get the link. Because this is the challenge. The consumer at home is wondering why is that costly, yet the farmer at their farm, they're selling per kilograms, yet the consumer is buying it per piece, but they're not even finding it. It's an issue of access as well. So for me, I was seeking to bridge that gap of the farmer directly going to the consumer and taking charge of their marketing. So marketing is a skill that has to be taught, and I think that's where we take up the space, because as Farmer on Fire, we go train farmers on how to take a picture. If you're selling an onion, how far do you start the journey of communicating to the people? We will have melons in about 3 months' time, and these are the challenges with my journey, and these are the kilos that I'm getting, and you too can get into the program. So it's about scaling up. It's about encouraging young people. We are very big on youth in agriculture. And yeah, so for me, it started as a need that I could not get access to market. And when I learned the idea of inclusive technology in agriculture, that's how now I was able to include other farmers to also learn the trick of marketing from wherever they are. And that means that taking a photo of a phone, how do you even put the
The zipper. I want to be big on onions. That's my goal. I don't have any other one.
Wow, interesting. Yes, you say we think big and start, huh?
Yes.
5 years from now, you've mentioned that you'd like to get 10% market share.
Yes.
How do you think using technology like farmers networks can help support that?
For starters, today I'm Vase. We say ghetto language, game recognizing game. You know, you see game and you recognize game. So digitally, speaking about it digitally, we find ourselves forming those groups unknowingly and cautiously. So if we become cautious about where we put out our content, because some of us guys, the only way we would preach about our brands, we didn't have marketing money, or you don't even know what sales. So even in this platform, if we are able to lower our cost of production, at the end of the day, when it comes to what we do, the farmer will ask you, how much are we looking at? How much losses are we looking at? What profit are we looking at? So let us work together to create awareness and also to realize better farming practices for sustainability.
Thank you very much, Lucy. Abigail, beyond being the Abigail I knew a few years back, you have also seen the industry growing. From an extension officer point of view, and now working with specialized communities, like you were mentioning to me earlier in the day that you have started growing sweet potatoes. Why is it that we are facing hunger in some parts of the country, and yet we have so much that we can be able to grow and consume?
Agriculture, as much as is a game changer, is a risky business. We're not only talking about putting your sweet potatoes on the ground. We have rain. I mean, we have a hailstorm. You can have the rain, it's beautiful, but again, you can have hailstorm and all your sweet potatoes is dead, or your potatoes is dead. So it's a risky business, and you have to go knowing that there is drought, there is a high price of fertilizer. There's a lot of things that affect agriculture, and that's why you find people are running away from it. And hence, if our government, our providers of services, and put all these things before them at a fair price, I think people will not have hunger. Because I fear for the next 2 years myself, because I mean, everyone is crying now, we don't have maize. And I'm sure like people in, I mean, I'm currently, I came today from Narok, and many people have not planted maize because what they were buying at 2,000, the fertilizer is now 6,000. So I think that's where the problem is. Like, the prices are going high, the climate is changing, like extreme climate changes is affecting the farmer. So that's why you're finding a lot of production.
You have been very vocal when you're talking about the water situation, especially in Kajiado. I will not say you've been protesting, but just give her the mic. I will not say you've been protesting, but we have products that are already out there that can be used. How can farmers access such products? How can we make sure that farmers are accessing those products that can help them reduce their costs, increase their, improve their soils? How can farmers do that? We speaking here representing different farmers. I know Evelyn has not studied agriculture. It's by experience. So what do you think farmers need to do, or what partners who are here, and how can farmers networks play a role in this?
I think I'd start by saying how important it is to have a farmer. I think people take farmers for granted. It's like moms. You know, that household has to be run by a mom or someone taking on that role, but we just take them for granted. And I feel like that should be emphasized. If the GDP of Kenya is not centered around agriculture, we will not be a very successful.
Question for Abigail. Abigail, the Ma community has been keeping cattle for long. what do you think, what kind of support do you think they need to be able to change this and help them adopt to crop farming, or even just improve the yields in terms of the livestock keeping?
First, the Ma community has vast land, but we still find that currently, I'm sure the people sitting there will concur with me, currently our cows are not here. They are pastoralists, like they've moved to other areas with better fodder and pasture. So the first thing is availing fodder for those crops, and that's purely agriculture. I mean, we have vast land. If we manage this land better, we can have our cattle eating and producing, increasing weight. And secondly, and most importantly, looking at our farming, our livestock farming as a business. For us here, for those who don't know, we look at our cattle as a wealth, or it's just like a sign of wealth. It's not an economy, it's not an income activity. So how many cows do you have? 1,000. Yeah, I have 1,000 cows, but I'm not looking at it as a point of a business. So if we approach that as a business, then we can be able to make different recordings, make a difference in our livestock farming. I know we are very dear with cows, like it's very dear to a Maasai person. So I don't want that to go away as much as we want to bring food closer to them, but also encouraging them. Water is something very important. Like if you have water and they can be able to grow crops at their, I mean, I've worked with Noah and I really encourage women to do kitchen gardens so that just they can have food closer to them. But I don't want them to stop having cows, and also having better breeds. A Maasai man can have 1,000 cows today, but if drought hits us, you know, you can see them running mad, literally, because it's their source of wealth, yes, but they don't know how to manage that as a business, that even when it's the dry season, I need to still have my 1,000 cows. So, like managing everything as a business and looking at available fodder, fencing their lands, and making sure like they do rotational grazing, and actually not even having a lot of cows, because you can have 1,000 cows but you don't manage. At the end of the day, I feel like, yes, it's closer to your heart, but look at it as a business, that even in 20 years, it can continuously, I mean, connect with KMC to have meat supply, or what do you call the, I mean, fattening of your cows, sell them, have income. Like, look at it as a business. Yeah.
Abigail almost said it in the Ma language. Yeah. So thank you very much, my very able panel. One of the things that I would like all of you to do is make sure you follow Farmer Wangari, Farm on Fire, Onion Doctor, and Abigail, who is very passionate, especially. She actually traveled all the way from the Mara for this event. Thank you very much, all of you. And all this that you've had here, the challenges that are there, both from experts, both from professionals, both from farmers as well, all that is going to be solved with the farmers' networks. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. You know, we cannot be speaking about farming. She's just walked in. You know, we cannot be speaking about farming and about food without being foodious and also consuming the food. Aren't I right? Yes. So I would like to, we're just going to break for 10 minutes. And during the break, I'd like us to go for dessert. So I'll ask the table that's seated there to please go and take a dessert. And then we'll just come back immediately to receive our chief guest and continue with our program. So let's go and take our dessert, please. And then we come back and sit. Thank you. We'll have a bit of...
Hii ni tayari. Katubo. Cheers.
Ugali ni tamu. Ni unga gani?
Kana. Ugali ni unga wa kana.
Unga tunaupenda ni kana. Ni unga ule mtamu kwa sana.
Kana nutritious maize meal, ladha ya maisha, utapenda.
My name is Barbara Umwai. I'm a wife, a mother. I'm passionate about building brands. I'm a sales coach, and I'm currently the CEO of Spark Communication Limited, which is a marketing firm that specializes in digital marketing solutions, experiential marketing, branding, and POS management.
Hii ni tayari. Katubo. Cheers.
Ugali ni tamu. Ni unga gani?
Kana. Ugali ni unga wa kana.
Unga tunaupenda ni kana. Ni unga ule mtamu kwa sana.
Kana nutritious maize meal, ladha ya maisha, utapenda.
Hii ni tayari. Katubo. Cheers.
Ugali ni tamu. Ni unga gani?
Kana. Ugali ni unga wa kana.
Unga tunaupenda ni kana. Ni unga ule mtamu kwa sana.
Kana nutritious maize meal, ladha ya maisha, utapenda.
Hii ni tayari. Katubo. Cheers.
Ugali ni tamu. Ni unga gani?
Kana. Ugali ni unga wa kana.
Unga tunaupenda ni kana.
Kana Nutritious Maize Meal, ladha ya maisha, utapenda.
My name is Barbara Umwai. I'm a wife, a mother. I'm passionate about building brands. I'm a sales coach, and I'm currently the CEO of Spark Communication Limited, which is a marketing firm that specializes in digital marketing solutions, experiential marketing, branding, and POS management. My name is Barbara Umwai. I'm a wife, a mother. I'm passionate about building brands. I'm a sales coach, and I'm currently the CEO of Spark Communication Limited, which is a marketing firm that specializes in digital marketing solutions, experiential marketing, branding, and POS management.
Pesticides can be very harmful to humans and environment if they're not properly handled. Safe handling of pesticides involves proper selection and careful handling during mixing and application. However, as useful as they are, they're inherently toxic. Here are some ways you can handle pesticides for your own safety, your farms, and the people around you.
We are looking at reduced accumulation of obsolete pest control products in the country as one. We are also looking at the associated conservation of environment and also protection, conservation of beneficial insects such as pollinators and predators, which are used to control other pests.
Before you use the pesticide, read the label and leaflet carefully. Measure the required quantity of pesticide.
You have to have adequate clean water for the mixing. Adequate meaning enough to dilute the pesticide and also enough to do the cleaning of the equipment and yourself after the application. During the mixing process, you are also supposed to be wearing your personal protective equipment or PPE, and this is to avoid exposure to the pesticides.
Applicators and handlers need to wear appropriate personal protective equipment specified on pesticide product labels by pictogram. In hot and humid climates, the wearing of additional protective clothing may be uncomfortable, and pesticides should therefore be applied during the cooler hours of the day. Care should be taken not to touch any part of the body with gloves while handling pesticides. Avoid spillage and prepare spray fluid in well-ventilated area. Do not eat, drink or smoke when handling pesticides. Check the spray equipment before use for any leakages and accurate delivery of spray solution. The nozzle should be directed to the side, away from the body. This prevents applicators walking into the spray cloud or recently sprayed foliage. Inspect equipment regularly for leaks. Leaking equipment should be repaired and the skin should be washed after any accidental contamination. While applying pesticides, be sure to follow application instructions precisely. More is not better. Unnecessary and/or incorrect application can result in exceedance of maximum residue levels, which can make the produce unmarketable.
All consumers want to eat safe food. So whenever there is an issue of what we call exceedance of pesticides, or what we call maximum residual levels of a particular pesticide, then what happens is that the market becomes very concerned, because they want to assure their consumers that they are eating safe food, which basically is healthy. And then what they will do is that they are going to discontinue the supply of the products that you're exporting.
In contrast, responsible and correct pesticide use following good agricultural practices protects the crop and keeps residues within acceptable limits required for sale. Incorrect application of pesticides can damage the crops and have a negative effect on human health and the environment.
The vision is basically to ensure that we can bring as many farmers to understand the importance of safe use of pesticides, to understand the institutions that are involved in regulation of pesticides, to understand that pesticides, when used well, will support production or increase production, and more importantly, the risks associated to the environment from pesticides.
Once you're finished applying the pesticides on target crops, empty the spray tank completely after spraying. Spray any remaining spray mix on the ground of the treated crop. Triple rinse and puncture the empty pesticide containers and place this in a safe place for disposal. Ask your supplier or agro dealer about a collection scheme. Clean the spray equipment immediately after use. Decontaminate protective clothing and footwear through following proper laundering or cleaning instructions. Wash the hands and body thoroughly with soap water. A sprayed field must be marked and unauthorized entry should be prevented. In case of suspected poisoning, please refer to the label for instructions and call the poison center on toll-free line indicated on the label. Report the specific pesticide used. Mishandling pesticides could have adverse effects on not only plants but also humans and the environment. Proper care and instructions should be adhered to always. Farmers are advised to attend available trainings on good agricultural practices and pesticide use within their counties to ensure safety while handling pesticides. Remember, proper usage of pesticides increases yields and market access for your produce. Food safety is everyone's responsibility. Starting with the farmer. Dawa bora, mazao bora.
We're back online. To our guests on Zoom and to our other guests on Facebook who've been following us, we're very grateful and thankful. We're about to continue our program right now. So, Alan would like to welcome our chief guest who's here, the Waziri, Jacqueline Cohen. Of course, our MC had come earlier on, Karibu Tena, and our senior chief is also here. Thank you very much. We now want to go into the formal part of our launch, which is actually launching the app and the reason that we all came here today. So, first of all, I am going to ask that our chief, our senior chief, who's responsible for this area and who looks after ourselves and our communities here, to come and give us a few
Mr. Noah, who is the host in this area or for this particular function. Our chief guest, Madam there was actually an ambassador who was around. And actually he happened to stand up and I was saying, all the balozi wasimame. Balozi mwenyewe, ambaye hata ni kijana anakaa pande hii, pia akasimama. So actually we adopted the Tanzanian kind of administration. Unajua hawa wako na balozi. And that's why tumekuwa na mabalozi. Balozi wa nyumba 10. So huyu ndio chairman wa hapa, naitwa Mr. Sombet. Kwa hivyo maybe wasalimie tu, sema jambo. Sema tu salamu.
Jambo wote. Wadi senu yang gegel. Mara sana nona shuga jaga na shuleng.
Nawakaribisha.
Shauri amekuja hapa leo.
Sababu mmekuja mnaongea Kiswahili.
Na sasa amekuja na kuna wale najiro akajiro ashuleng yetuwe nati.
Nasema hapa ni kwake na ni karibuni kabisa.
Amori jiji la yele.
Sababu hii ni village yake.
Wale la rongani la hotie ene weyo jinu ano chwara lai.
Na ndoa rafiki yake sana.
Samani kabisa.
Rafiki wa zamani.
Kuna akashuka na shuleng.
Arudisha shukrani.
Wale na sasa nenge soma.
Kwa sababu hii ni kama ni masomo kwetu.
Ama somata.
Ndio tusome tujue.
Amo wakina ndogo na riko ndogo ni jongo na nenge soma ke.
Sababu hii ni masomo kubwa kabisa.
Meata iroki.
Ni kabisa mzuri sana.
Na yendi ronaro ni ngona ibeje. Anare nenge soma ke rantoye.
Na kuna msichana wetu mmoja ambaye alisema lazima wasichana wetu wasome.
Nedungo la yoko.
Lakini hajasema wavulana wasome.
Na kajira kama soma tabokin.
Na mimi nasema wote wasome.
Amu mero ngani lemna nalikino.
Kwa sababu wote wanafaa.
Mara sana nona limu.
Sawa.
Anashe yake na mwalimu.
Amerudisha shukrani sana.
Na mara.
Asante. Thank you. Basi langu ni fupi sana. Ninawakaribisha hapa location hii, na kwa majina kwa sababu labda wengine hawako wamenielewa, wanasema tu ni senior chief. Ninaitwa Daniel Kupai, mimi ndio senior chief hapa. Location inaitwa Oloililai location. Unajua wengi wanasema saa nyingine wanashindwa kutamka jina ya Masai. Oloililai. Na Oloililai location ndio hii, na sub location yetu, because I don't have my assistant chiefs here, inaitwa El Partimaro sub location. Na El Partimaro ka center yao ndio ile iko inaonekana tumabati kule, ndio inaitwa El Partimaro. Na Oloililai location, na mimi ndio ofisi yangu yuko headquarters ambayo iko Ngatatayek, and we recently have a new sub county called Oloililai sub county. We now have a DC here at Ngatatayek. We used to have a DC in Kajiado, but recently we got a DC around. So tumekuwa sasa hapa imeanza kugrow kuwa kubwa kwa sababu tumepata district headquarters ama sub county for that matter. Ambaye iko karibu na kwetu sasa hapa Ngatatayek. Mimi nasema karibuni sana. Tena na tena. Sababu hapa ndugu yetu Noah is a very close friend to me. Rafiki yangu sana. Na wakati tangu amekuja ku develop hapa na kupata shamba hapa, tumekuwa marafiki wa karibu. Is a very very wonderful man. Yeye mwenyewe amekuja kuinvest hapa na tena pia anaonyesha watu wetu vile ya kufanya maendeleo ya mashamba. Watu wetu mnajua ni watu wa ng'ombe, lakini najua sisi ni wafugaji wa ng'ombe. Mambo ya shamba hatukuwa tunajua, lakini tumeanza kufanya irrigation, tumeanza kufanya crop mambo ya mashamba ya kupanda mimea, kupanda mboga, kupanda sukuma. Ile challenge tumekuwa nayo ni maji. Nyinyi mnajua. I was very impressed when I heard about our girl who was speaking here, Abigail. Because Abigail ni msichana wetu. Sisi ndio tumemlea yeye, akakuwa mpaka akasoma mpaka aenda ng'ambo, akarudi, akafanya na Noah. And she was talking something very sensible here. Ile ambayo ina touch wetu. Sababu sisi ni wafugaji wa ng'ombe. Hata saizi ile shida imekuwa kubwa ni kiangazi. Unaona saizi ng'ombe ziko kila mahali. Hakuna ng'ombe around here. Just because of the drought. Lakini alitaja vitu kadhaa ya kusema kama watu wetu wangejua kufuga na kuotesha mimea ambaye nyasi ambaye inaweza kusupport ng'ombe yetu, na tujaribu kubreed ng'ombe na tufuge ng'ombe kidogo ili tuweze kumanage, ili wakati kiangazi kikuja we can manage ourselves. Na pia kufuga ama kufanya mambo ya mashamba. So this is a very good learning today. Hii mambo ya network, ya kuleta network ya farmers network, me I was very much impressed. This one brings a lot of knowledge to our people. Na tutajua sasa vile tutamanage. Nilikuwa nauliza hata ndugu yangu pale ule wa Machoine kwamba sasa sisi tukipata factory ya maziwa ndio sasa tunaweza kujimudu hapa. Lakini akaniambia hata pia ilikuwa nauliza hii farmers network ni farmers network peke yake ya mashamba ama ng'ombe iko ndani? Na ndiye akaniambia no, ng'ombe iko ndani. Because that's our interest is. Ukijaribu kuambia Masai yenda karibu na ng'ombe, mbali na ng'ombe, hapo mtakosana. Sisi ni watu wa ng'ombe, na unajua sisi tunafugaji na hatuwezi enda mbali na ng'ombe. This is our source of economy. Sisi tunafuga ng'ombe na tuko na ile touch ya kuwa karibu na ng'ombe sana. In fact our daughter Abigail was mentioning here, akasema Masai hata anakuwa na ile closeness ya ng'ombe mpaka hataki hata sasa kuuza juzi na walikuwa wametoshana, walizaliwa siku moja. I could not sell the cow because I like the cow so much. The cow, the big bulls. Tena ilikuwa na ile ng'ombe kama ya Karamojong. Ile iko na pembe kubwa. Lakini sasa nimekuja kugundua kwamba sasa I have to keep ng'ombe for business purposes na niuze. So sio for prestige. Sisi tulikuwa tunapenda kufuga ng'ombe for prestige. Semekana huyo Masai ako na ng'ombe mingi, ng'ombe 200, 300, big cows, big bulls. Lakini sasa now hii network pamoja na hii farming ambayo sasa na Noah wametuonyesha sisi, sasa tunajua kwamba tunaweza kufanya mambo ya ufugaji ya ng'ombe for business purposes, na pia for we can exchange breeds so that we get good quality cows, na tufuge ng'ombe ya maziwa na pia tufanye kufuga mashamba ili tuweze kukuza mimea. So I'm so happy. I want to welcome you all guys. Imekuwa jioni sana lakini tunashukuru. Finally we've got our sister Coin, who is our chief guest. Tunasema karibuni. Mimi ninafurahi sana. Nimesema leo sitaenda mahali kwa sababu ndugu yangu aliponiambia kuja hapa kwa hii sherehe, I really respect this man. Huyu ni mtu mzuri sana. Among all the people who have come and invest here, this is a wonderful man I found in this area. Pigieni makofi kwa sababu ya mwanaume. Ni mtu ambaye anakuwa na roho ya watu, anakaribia watu, anapenda kuonyesha watu kwamba hii ndio njia, sio kuja kujiwekelea peke yake. Hiyo ni mzuri sana. Tukipata watu kama hawa, we shall actually go far. Kwa hivyo, asanteni na Mungu awabariki. Karibu ndugu.
Makofi tena tafadhali. So, the band, please get ready because when we'll do the official launch, we'll ask you to play. So just be ready in a few minutes or so. It's now my pleasure to invite the MCA for this particular area, Mheshimiwa tafadhali, please come and address us, and whatever you want to say, this is your home. We're under you, so over to you.
Good afternoon. Nairobi hoye. Mama hoye. Hata mimi nina furaha, ninawashukuru mgeni wetu wa heshima Madam Coin. Nasema karibu sana, na wageni wetu kutoka Nairobi. Nasema karibuni sana. Hapa ndio nyumbani. Kwa majina naitwa Mheshimiwa Grace. Pengine kuna wale wakunisikia jina vizuri. Nimefurahi sana kukutana na wageni ambao umetuletea maendeleo. Maana masomo ni maendeleo. Kwa hivyo tunasema karibuni sana na tunawapenda sana. Na tunajua kwamba huku Masaini sisi tunapenda wageni. Kitaka kujua Masai sio wachoyo. Kiingia kwa boma Masai, huwezi toka bila kunywa chai. Na ukikuta mama ana chai, atasikia vibaya sana. Utaona tu hiyo mama amehuzunika. Kwa hivyo sisi wa Masai tuko wakarimu sana na sio kujisifu. Lazima wengi wenyu tu mmesikia hivyo. Kwa hivyo tunawakaribisha tena na tena, na siku nyingine karibuni kwangu, ninawakaribisha. Siku ile mtakuja tena kwa Noah, nasema karibuni. Asante sana Noah. Tumeshiba, tumekula vizuri, tumefurahi. Noah ni rafiki wa mzee wangu. Mara mingi mzee anashinda tu akiongea kuhusu Noah. Nasema kweli tumepata wageni wengi wamekuja huku kwetu Masaini, lakini hatujaimpata mtu kama Noah. Kamwambia kweli huyu Noah amefanya nini? Nasema Noah ako na roho ya watu. Na kweli nimekuja leo kuona ya kwamba uko na roho ya watu. Kuna boma nyingi imejengwa. Mtu nilala tu kuona huyo mtu siku ile umemusia shamba. Lakini hujaikanyanga hiyo compound. Lakini Noah tumeshukuru. Na tunasema karibu tena na utakuwa rafiki wetu wa karibu. Mimi nitakukaribia. Juu kuna kitu ninajifunza kwako ambaye ndaenda kuambia watu wetu. Tumefurahi sana. Najua hapa tutaenda kuna ujumbe tutapelekea watu wetu, maana vile dada yetu mtoto wetu Abigail amesema, kijaribu kuangalia ni msimu wa kiangazi. Kama sasa hivi mimi nikiongea hapa kwangu hakuna ng'ombe. Simehama, ukiangalia iko ng'ambo ile chini ya zile mlima. Na mimi naishi ng'ambo ile. Kwa hivyo tunajua kwamba sisi wa Masai tunateseka kama kwa farm ya kupata elimu vile tunaweza panda hiyo nyasi ili ng'ombe zetu siweze kufaidika. Hiyo itatufurahia sana. Pia tukikuja kujua mambo ya kulima, tunaweza lima. Wamasai ni watajiri sana. Ni vile hawajaipata hii elimu, maana ukijaribu kuangalia kama mzee alipoongea hapa, nikasema asante, nitafurahi sana kwa sababu ni wale wanaweka ng'ombe. Ndio anafuga ng'ombe 1000. Ng'ombe inakaa karibu miaka 20 bila kuuzwa. Ng'ombe inasaa mpaka inaseeka, meno inapotea. Ni kitu tu kinaenda, lakini mtu hataki kugusa. Lakini ninashukuru maana nilifunza siku moja aliposafiri nikachukua dume kama 7. Nikaita rafiki wangu mwingine nikamwambia tuuse. Na tukauza, nikamwaga material, nikajenga plot. Alipokuja ameona tu material siko chini, na mimi nimetoroka nikaenda kutafuta wasee sasa kuja kuniombea boma. Kwa hivyo alipokuwa akiongea hapa akisema dume zangu ziliuzwa, kuna kitu nilifanyia mpaka wa leo hii anafurahia. Na rent ya kwanza ilipokuja, kamwambia hebu angalia hiyo pesa, na ulikuwa tunaona hiyo ng'ombe ikitembea, kiangazi kikuji inaanguka. Kwa hivyo tumekuja kujifunza kitu leo. Kwa hivyo mimi ninasema karibuni sana, tunawapenda wageni na lazima tutaenda na kitu hapa. Kwa hivyo ninasema Noah, leo umetufungua macho na ninasema asante. Laiti wa mase wetu angekuwa hapa, maana kuna rafiki wangu pale aliniambia kuna njia tunaweza badilisha kondo yetu iwe dorpas. Unajua sisi tuko na zile mbuzi ndogo. Tukibadilisha iwe dorpas, unaweza uza ikiwa na kilo. Tukipeleka kwa soko at least tunaweza pata kitu. Na ukikuja kumwambia Masai mambo ya ng'ombe, utakaa king wewe. Maana wanapenda sana ng'ombe. Kwa hivyo tunasema asante na tumefurahia sana sana. Karibuni tena wageni.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we finally reached the highlight of our event. The climax is now here. I'll ask the band to get ready because immediately we will, after the Minister reads her speech, we will be doing the official launch, and we want to do it with a lot of celebration, and everybody must know that we are launching today. So, because I'm allowed to introduce her because she's my colleague. Yes. I was also a waziri in another term, yes, and my term ended. But so it gives me pleasure to introduce the best waziri in the county of Kenya, the Honorable Jacqueline Cohen. But she has that title because I'm not a current waziri, so come over.
Sorry, what just happened? Okay. The partners present here today, Inforge Solutions, who are the innovators of the technology we are here to launch today, the farmers in the room, the local administration, Mheshimiwa, and Chief, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. I was joking with Noah and I was telling him that in a long time I had not driven as fast as I had today because I'd made a commitment to be here today, but my day started in Machakos, and but I had promised him to be here in the afternoon. I would like to say that it's not my habit to get to events late, but I was slightly late when I got here. Mine is to thank our host Noah for having extended this invite for me to be here with you today. And of course, where farmers are, that's where we are found. Because I believe that all of us, the solution providers, the partners, and the governments herein, all of us have efforts that are geared towards the well-being of farmers. Ladies and gentlemen, as a county government, we are lucky to have partners and people who work with us to better the lives of farmers. And this particular event is coming up at a time when we are facing a drought. The short rains in 2020 in Kajiado failed.
the long rains of 2021 failed, and also the short rains in 2021 failed as well, and now we are in 2022, and we are now supposed to be experiencing the long rains. Why I had to be in Machakos today, we had to sit with the PSS of ASAL and the PSS of livestock to try to look for solutions and to try to see how it is we can mitigate the losses. And as it is, during every dry spell, farmers experience a lot of losses. And 70% of losses are suffered by livestock keepers. And that's why, as a county, we had to be up and running to ensure that we try to mitigate and alleviate farmers from losses and suffering. And so, therefore, when we talk about climate change, this becomes one of the more country, but I think as a globe, you know, everybody in the world is talking about climate change, and we have done everything that is humanly possible to try to mitigate the same. We now have an ongoing livestock feed policy and actually piece of legislation to try to address and to mitigate the effects of climate change. In the line of policy, I have just mentioned that because of the effects that we are feeling now. But as you know that Kajiado is 80% livestock breeding and of course 30% agriculture. The 30% agricultural activity in Kajiado has actually managed to place Kajiado as the highest producer of tomatoes in the country, Kenya. And so that just goes to tell you how serious Kajiado farmers are at what they do. The livestock keepers of Kajiado are the keepers of the highest number of Saiwal breed animals in this country. So that just tells you how serious they are. And therefore, when we have partners that are able to step in and build the capacity of our farmers, this is very welcome. In line with that, we have also done a policy in the Livestock Sale Yard Management Act, that is of 2020. As you know, probably you don't, and this is for your information, that all the major towns in Kajiado, Rongai, Kiserian, Kitengela, Namanga, talk about Kimana, Loitoktok, all of them started from a livestock sale yard market. And so therefore that was why, when I stepped into office, that was the first policy and the first piece of legislation that we did to ensure that we create a conducive environment towards that end. We have also done the Agricultural Training Centers and the Agricultural Mechanization Services Act of 2020. The regulations are also in place, and as well as the Crop Agriculture Bill. The reason why we had pressure to do the Crop Agriculture Bill was because we had overproduced the tomato, and as you know, when you overproduce, the next problem becomes what? Market. And so we ran into that problem. And so when we ran into the problem of market, we now had to begin to grapple with what to do next. And therefore, actually, when we took the Crop Agriculture Bill to the Assembly, and thanks, Mheshimiwa Grace is a committee member in the Agriculture Sector Committee, we took with it the tomato crop regulations. We are the only county in the country with a tomato crop regulation in place. I would also tell you that we have a dairy policy in line, of course, with the dairy regulations, the national dairy regulations. And just yesterday, and I was discussing with Mheshimiwa Grace, and a big group of mamas went to demonstrate to complain about the prices of milk. As you know now, when it's dry like this, milk production reduces. And therefore, when milk production reduces, what happens? Then the prices go up. But apparently they are saying, how come our prices will not go up? Majorly in Kajiado, we sell milk to major pasteurizers, as you all know them, government and non-government actors. And the prices are nationwide. They may not be very good, but at the moment, at the rate of 42 shillings to 45 a litre. But again, the problem of transporters turned into brokers. You know, we quickly run into those issues. And so that means they eat into the profits of the women who produce milk. And the reason I say women is because the dairy industry in Kajiado is women-run. And that in the Maasai culture, a man owns a cow, but the udder of the cow belongs to the woman. You can pay me for that information. And you can take it straight to the bank. You want milk, it's only the woman who can give you milk. Anybody has to benefit from milk, it has to be. So far we have never seen a man sell milk. So now when you come around here, try not to sell milk. Give it to the right person to sell it. And therefore, we are trying to regulate the sector so that the brokers, you know, the middle people do not get to benefit more than the producers. And so basically, the purpose for me having come here today, ladies and gentlemen, was to launch this app. And we are very glad we are launching this app because the future of agriculture is adaptive technology, as we all know. And when we go towards adaptive technology, I believe it does not mean that we get rid of traditional science. I believe that traditional science is important to us. And I was talking to someone, and gladly, he's a technical person in agriculture, but he told me that during the lockdown, he went and decided to do some farming. But there's something he said. He said, aligundua vitu kwa ground ni different. So things were different in the farm. And a lot of us who sit in boardrooms and, oh gosh, and who discuss agriculture think that things happen according to the books. Things do not happen according to the books. Things are different in the farms. And I think it's from that experience that today we are here to launch this technology. And we are glad that we are talking about research. Actually, I want to state this, but it's not from bragging. I always don't like having bragging rights, but I chair a sector working group at the Council of Governors called the Research, Extension and Capacity Building Sector Working Group, where I co-chair with the PS Agriculture, who has since left to vie for, I think, a governorship position in one of the coastal counties. And therefore, I know the importance of research in regard to farming. And we are glad that the right people are beginning to interact with farms. Because when the right people interact with farms and they run to these day-to-day challenges that my mother and your mother and all of us run into, those people who do not find solutions, there are people when they run into these problems, they wrap up and say, I'm done with farming. And some of us say, I would rather find some other hustle. But when the right people interact with those problems, then what we get are solutions. And we are happy that today we are here to celebrate one of those solutions that our farmers will use to improve their production. And therefore, the uptake of emerging technology geared towards precision agriculture is a universal approach in combating climate change. And as I had stated earlier, climate change is one of those really, really big ones. And as governments, what we struggle to do is to ensure that we help our farmers to mitigate against the effects. I would also like to say that technology provides a vibrant entry point of our youth in agriculture. You know, the other advantage of having technology around agriculture is that it attracts the youth towards it. And at some point, I remember we had a hard time. We were looking for youth that we could train who are practicing in agriculture. It got difficult because all of them were away in college reading. And even those who had studied agriculture wanted to become professionals and work in offices. But the advent of ICT in agriculture, you know, has the advantage of pulling the youth towards agriculture. And this is something that all of us must work individually and collectively to ensure that we push our youth towards it. The efficient management of our value chain to ensure that each actor is profitably engaged is our priority in the sector of agriculture. As a county, we have, through the SDSP, the Agriculture Sector Development Support Program, have a committee that brings together all stakeholders to leverage on the different skills and resources, and that's why you find us working around, is it called farmers? What is it called? Farmers Network. That's why you find us working with the Farmers Network. And therefore, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, mine is to express my pleasure and our willingness to actually popularize this app today and to ensure that it works for our farmers, and we will actually ensure that it is used by our extension officers for the use and for the access of our farmers. And therefore, thank you very much, and God bless you. I stay here?
Yes, please.
As he has told me to stand here, and I have obeyed without knowing why. Okay. He is formerly CEC in Kisumu County, before, of course, the professor took over. And so I was telling him that next time I could be the farmer and he could be the CEC. Our appointments last only 5 years, not a day more. And, but we are happy that we find opportunities to serve our farmers. And to say that I don't know whether he sufficiently introduced me. You said my name's well? Okay, okay. My name is Jacqueline Coin. I come from the eastern part of this county. By training, I am an educator. I am not technical in agriculture, but I am a practicing farmer, daughter of a rancher turned rancher. I am actually a Dopa sheep breeder, accredited by the Dopa Breeding Society. And a Saiwal breeder. My dad was the first one to introduce the Saiwal breed in Kajiado County. It's not bragging, it's information. Actually, when I get to the farm, I put on gumboots and a hat. And you can see that I have sunburns in my face. I mean, my heart is in the farm, and I think it is through that they brought me to agriculture. And I'll tell you that for the past 4 years that I have worked with farmers, I feel like I've been in heaven. And I will gladly go back to the farm when I retire. And we are very, very happy with what Noah and, what did you call it?
Farmers Network.
Farmers Network. The problem is that A.
I know, yes.
What does it do, that A? And the Farmers Network. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we are really, really happy to have you here. Welcome to Kajiado County. And that next time, I'm talking to the Farmers Network, I will be keen to have a joint Farmers Field Day with you guys. You know, that should be where we go. Because we believe in actualizing systems. We have held a number of Farmers Field Days, and because you are located here and you have been doing this, I think we should just join you and second officers to you, and we will be happy to be having these activities with farmers on a day-to-day basis. I have bought enough time for you. Thank you.
So please stay where you are. First of all, let's appreciate it properly, the proper round of applause. And as we appreciate it with a proper round of applause, just before we go into launch, let's also gift her from Kana. Kana, can you bring a gift for her, please? And also, Mweshimiwa, please come in front. There's a gift from Kana for the two of them. So let's just gift them first. Then we move to the launch. Could you please remove the podium from here? Thank you. Sure, absolutely. Yes, that's fine. Could you please put this on the table for her? Could you please put this on the So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. So what's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. Okay, let's give the gift now. This is a gift from Farmers Network to Waziri. Waziri, this is for you from Farmers Network. And thank you very much for coming and gracing this occasion. Thank you very much. Please look at the picture. Could somebody please come and carry it away? Thank you very much. Come and hold it away from her. One of the helpers, please come and take it. Take it away. Please stay on stage. So now we want to do the official launch between Alan and the Waziri for the Farmers Network.
Hello everyone. As we start this memorable moment, I would like to tell you that ensure that you have the app with you.
Yeah, so check your WhatsApp messages. We've sent your WhatsApp already. So everybody has gotten a WhatsApp message. So you can now have access to the app and you can follow us along.
Okay, today we are going to emulate what a farmer does. The first thing, we are going to use the following credentials. Farmer. Then after this, you enter farmer. You check if you want to check, if you want it hidden, just tap on that. Then you click on that or you tap on that. Dashboard has different icons. It has different parts, but we are going to start with the left bottommost icon that represents a small icon, a circular one. We call it a account icon. Hello, are we together? Is anyone who is stuck? Okay, fine. Let's go back. Okay, it's very simple. You are supposed to go to login screen, ensure that you enter username, farmer, password, farmer, tap on login. After you log in onto the screen, these are the icons that you are going to get. There is the news update, rewards, enterprise management, daily report, weather, business, farms, the progress that shows a report. Then there is a chart, there is a card, and the last one is the circular, a person with a circular, an account. So that is where we are going to start. You tap on that. Are we together? Hello? Are we together? You tap on the 3 bars on the topmost part of your phone. Are we together? Then, what happens? Everything starts with the idea. Everything starts with planning. So at this point, now the Waziri is the one who's going to be going through as it's happening, okay? So tell her. So tap on the planner. Yes, on this planner we are having several things. We have the upcoming events. These are the events that, yes, you can tap on any. You can see it's taking you to somewhere by, you can have, for now, you can see we have the farmers training. It is going to show all the events that have been planned and the details about a certain event. Then, on your right, on the topmost part of your right, there is an X. Tap on that X. It takes you back to the bottom sheet. We call it the bottom sheet, that area whereby we have 6 icons with 6 names, 6 words, and then we have a logout button. Then you tap again on that planner. There is something that I want to show you. Then there is add task. We have called it add task because we wanted it to cover different different areas. If you have if you want to plan about a training that you're going to offer, because there are farmers who offer training. If you're a farmer who is planning to plant, if you're a farmer who is planning to hire a land, you can enter the following details. We have the event name. Just enter the event name. You can just give it like a JK event. Yes, JK event. Then, yeah, JK event. Below it, we have the date. Are we there? Then there is a pop-up. A pop-up is a small screen that jumps up. Then you choose the date. Then below it, there is what we call the external link. For nowadays, we know we have online, and we have the online meetings. We have online webinars and so forth, yeah, and Zoom and so forth. You can also plan it there. You just you can either skip it or you can just enter it. You can enter the venue, and then you can enter the description. Just scroll up, or you just use this one. Then enter the description. Just type any description there. Launch. Then tap on the enter button.
And at that point, she has officially launched the Farmers Network app. Noah. Thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, the app has finally been launched. Waziri, please take a seat. We've got one more function that we want you to do for us, and then we shall then let you. So we'd like to do a photo session first. Sorry, just come back, Waziri, and Mheshimiwa, come back. You know the photos. You know how that works. You know those ones. You know how they work. You know how it is.
Na kucheza washa mishumaa, weka keki juu ya meza, oh, ila usinicheke, nimekuletea zawadi kidogo lichobarikiwa, akimwana mpweke, aje na domo la maji sije nikamwagia, na kapicha kako nitakapost, wasikupenda itamakosta, leo siku yako nishajikoki, tupo rafiki zako tunasema happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
and it has come to pass. Now, we have a very important session that is going to happen now. And now you can see why I chose my panelists. Huh? Again, I repeat, you can see why I chose my panelists. Huh? We have a very important session now that is going to happen. We have a partnership that has been formed between farmers networks and an organization that has worked tirelessly digitally to be able to have young people with opportunities without telling someone that, I know so-and-so, so I got a job. But this organization is called the Forgotten Bottom Millions. What they do is that they connect people. Now it's close to 500,000 people on WhatsApp. The organization is led by Waziri, Honorable Michael Onyango, who has been our MC. He has connected more than 500,000 people. And what the organization does, and you should actually all make sure that you join this, is connecting opportunities, scholarships, job opportunities, internships, and just getting to know each other and develop. Michael sends a message to all these groups at 4 a.m. every day. Mike. So I will call Alan Oyer, and Michael Onyango for the partnership signing between the Forgotten Bottom Millions, that is 4BM. You can check them out on all social media handles. And to get to know what do they do, how do they help, and we have an opportunity now with Farmers Networks, the young people who will be connected, both as experts as well as young people, to be able to see how best they can be placed. And all this will be listed on the Farmers Networks. Yes.
So thank you, everybody, again. So I'll speak a little bit about 4BM, the Forgotten Bottom Millions. So, Waziri, interesting enough, the Forgotten Bottom Millions started when I was still in office. And I started a WhatsApp group because, as you know, everybody imagines that you have all the jobs in your drawers, you have all the money in your drawers. Mheshimiwa, even you know how that is. And when they see you, they're wondering, why can't you give me a job? Why can't you give me a scholarship? Why can't you give me this? So what I did back then is that I formed the initial WhatsApp group, which was just to share jobs and opportunities for the people from Kisumu County. When I left, it continued and it grew so much until now, every single week, we reach 500,000 people through WhatsApp. And all the information we provide is for free and it's fully verified. So as I sit here, we have people around the world studying on their bachelor's programs, on their master's programs, on PhDs, fully paid for without paying a single cent, including their air tickets that took them there and will bring them back home. It is such a natural fit that with what Farmers Network is doing, it is so obvious that we want to ensure that those who are within our network have access, those who are interested in agriculture and the value chain, have access to the great resources, again, that the Farmers Network will bring on board. So every single day, and Noah and Mary can attest to it because they are actually on the group, we get about 3 people posting and saying, oh, I got this job and I didn't know anybody. And in our group, we call it without the Mutuwetu syndrome. Because in Kenya, people have this false belief that if you don't know somebody, you cannot get a job. It is a lie. And we have proven it so. We have proven that if you're qualified, so long as you write and you have access to the right opportunities, you can get them. And let me also tell you, people like us, people like Alan, people like Noah, people like Waziri here, even the chief, we cannot give you a job because we know you. Because what happens also is that if you don't perform in the job, it will reflect badly on us. So it's impossible. So don't lie to yourselves and stop blaming your uncles, your chief, your MP, your governor, that he didn't even give me a job. Why should he give you a job? Where you think the jobs are in his drawer somewhere, huh? And you think that these people here, they just have money underneath their seats. Anytime you go, you just remove the money and give to me. Where are they getting the money from? You can Google the salary of a waziri. It is public knowledge. You'll be shocked. Yeah, you can Google it. It's public knowledge. Yeah, you'll be so shocked if you find out what she earns. You'll even laugh. You'll say this is a lie. But on the other hand, we're telling you that we have opportunities for you, and many, many opportunities which you have to use and you must use, and they're for free. No one is asking you for a cent. So today, the signing ceremony between us is so that now we can link all our membership into the Farmers Network, and so that we can also get access to all the services that the Farmers Network will be having, and that's the ceremony we're having today.
So we will call Waziri Mheshimiwa just to come and witness the signing. Yes. And our senior chief. You know, here, the senior chief is our representative. He's the one when we cry, he comes first. And then we also have two partners that we'd like to bring on stage. That is Nekesa from Crop Nuts and Doris from Omnia to witness this. Show like this for the camera. So we can have this removed. Spark. We can remove this. Mike, wait a bit. Mike, just wait. Then you can stand. Yes. Give them for the camera. Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Waziri and Mheshimiwa, we are going to ask that we have some photo sessions with you and some of our groups that are here, if that is okay. So if you could kindly come on stage, the both of you, please, first, and then we'll call the groups one by one. So first, we'll start off with Noah's Power Girls. So Noah's Power Girls, please come up for your photo. Yes, exactly. A girls only photo. Photographers, kindly. Maramoja. Absolutely. Oh, yes, that would look lovely. Yes, very nice. Actually, that's very nice. Some of you can come on this side. Yes, that's great. Okay. Please crop me out. No. Hold on, Noah, come in. Mary. Hold on, Mary's coming up. Mary, please come up. AFarmers media team, please come next. AFarmers, get ready very quickly, please. Thank you very much. Mary and Noah stay, and Waziri and Mheshimiwa stay. AFarmers, Brian, where are you people? AFarmers. Stay on this. Oh, no, you just stay. Very nice. Info Edge, get ready. Info Edge, please come down here. Info Edge includes Ida and Info Edge. Okay, AFarmers.
Special request.
AFarmers. Info Edge, come near. Thank you. Info Edge on stage, please. Alan, where are you? Alan, come over. Info Edge. After Info Edge, can I have all the partners? That is Crop Nut, Omnia, Sasa Host. Can you all get ready? Kana, all the partners. Yeah. Info Edge. Crop Nut, Omnia, Sasa Host, Kana, get ready.
Asante Yesu, Mwokozi wangu, nimetambua ya kwamba nimekupata, pewa wimbo. Ni namba moja, asi yote moyo.
Okay, thank you. All the partners, Omnia, Crop Nut, TG, AP Culture if you're still here, Apiculture if you're still here. All the partners. Yes, Canon, go in. Canon, go in. Go in, please. Okay, please come down. Now, all and sundry. kadhalika. Okay, thank you, calm down. Communications team, videographers, photographers, comms team, videographers, photographers. Okay, thank you, calm down. Oh, hold on.
Chini unanificha yanayokusinya lakini nasa uko majirani hii. Kwa nini kando kando unanificha yanayokuudhi lakini naleta kwa marafiki hii.
Mary,
niacha nitalia ukienda zako tabaki naumia kama ngelijua uangalau.
Mary is coming. Hold on, Mary. Please go up.
Nakuomba please baki nami, nasema baby. Nakuomba baki tujaribu tena, tuna nafasi. Nakuoza tena, tuna nafasi.
So, can everybody come and stand here? Everybody come down here. Everyone please come here, down here. Everybody come down here. Everyone please come. AFarmers Media, everybody come down here. Just down here, yes, yeah. Down here. So, sorry, look this side. This side, we'll do a selfie. Yeah. Stand down here, stand here. Come.
Unanificha yanayokusinya lakini unayasema kwa majirani. Kwa nini kando kando unanificha yanayokuudhi?
If you can't see yourself, you're going to be out. If you can't see yourself, you're out. Make sure you're in the picture. 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 Are you there?
Nakuomba baki tujaribu tena, tunayo nafasi ya kuanza tena, tunayo nafasi ya kujikosoa, haturudi nyuma.
Photographers, please. Photographers, one more photo, please.
Haturudi nyuma kamwe.
Mary.
Watu wanasema kama karibuni wewe unao tena, ya kwamba nianze kujipanga. Si kweli, nimekataa, nitadhani kuwa kwangu na unanitisha, sijui nilikosea wapi. Uliniahidi kama kila jambo lote la nyumbani ni muhimu kuliweka wazi. Kwa nini chini unanificha yanayokusinya lakini unayasema kwa majirani? Kwa nini kando kando unanificha yanayokuudhi lakini unayasema kwa marafiki? Kiniacha nitalia, kienda zako tabaki naumia kama ngelijua uogani nao unasema baby, nakuomba please baki na mimi baby please, nakuomba
So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the music. Dance your hearts out. Thank you very much for coming all the way. We appreciate you. And please, as you're going out, make sure you take photos at the banner. To all our viewers who've been on Zoom and on Facebook Live, we're grateful, we're thanking you. Have a pleasant day wherever you are, whichever part of the world, and we shall see you yet again. My name is Michael Ndango. Goodbye.
Say my baby, nakuomba please ubaki na mimi. Baby, nakuomba